I had to listen to that song. I love that song. I don't know what it is. I I don't know. That song makes me happy. Listen, don't judge me. I can't help it. That song makes me happy. YouTube is being really, 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 really stupid today. Bro. Wait, hold on. Wait, what are you doing? No! Hold on.
Did I really just forget that?
Yes, I know. Because I played a song of his, now there's a interview with him. Bro. Okay. What's going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? Y'all doing good? I told y'all I was going to come back Monday. Y'all thought I was going to lie to you. Oh my God. Anstan. Shit. You know, I told y'all I was going to make an X for 3 years. Now I'm going to have to make an X for 4 years. God damn, Anstan, have you really been with me for 4 fucking years almost? Holy shit, bitch. You've been with me forever. The fuck? Okay, hold on. I ended up with some shit. Hold on. Let me go to fan funding real quick. Octoling, thank you for the gifted membership. Doug, welcome back from the LCU, Mom and Xylie. Thank you. I've been working those mines really hard, let me tell you. Squirrel Lock, frick. We know what I was trying to say, YouTube. I'm at work, cannot watch till later. It's okay, Squirrel Lock. We're just going to be looking in some James Charles shit. Octoling for the 5. Thank you for the goal. Hell yeah. K-Huck has been with me 30 months and Anstan been with me for 45 fucking months. Bitch, I don't know what that means. I don't know if I've been doing this too long or you're too crazy to have been with me that fucking long. What is wrong with you, bro? Holy shit. Yeah, okay. So, hold on. Let me pull this up cuz Scully, all right. So, Scully, who is awesome, maybe this video.
I do not.
Shut up, James Charles. We'll get to you in a fucking second. Okay, buddy? All right. So Scully made me this video where she took the TikToks that, because I don't, okay, this is what Scully said about this drama, all right? And there's a second video, which I'm not playing today, that Purple Paw Print sent to me when it first came out. But this is the TLDR of the drama. Evan Johnson and Kayla Malik were dating till he abused her. James Charles was allegedly hanging out with Evan. Now Evan is in jail for 1.5 years for an assault on Kayla. And apparently, I guess James Charles flipped and said that he wasn't, I don't know, we're going to have to watch it. Somehow James Charles is in this because he flipped for optic reasons or whatever, and it was obvious it was optic reasons. I don't know. But any chance to shit on James Charles, I'm here. And we all know this. So, dang, you should have played the I'm Gay song. You know what? Honestly, Nuke, honestly, I didn't even think of that. You're probably not wrong. Oh, you're probably not wrong, Nuke. It was a missed opportunity. God damn it. But it's not too late. Hold on. I might do it as an outro. Hold on. I don't even know where that song is. I see. Wait, is this it? Hold on. Is this the song? That is not the song. Wait. I don't know the song. I mean, I know the song. It's the one that Nick plays. But oh, wait, I think I found it. I think I found it. Hold on. Yes!
I'm gay. I suck penis every day. Fuck me in the ass until you make me spray. I'm fucking gay. I hug men romantically. Drop your balls into my mouth. I really love the taste. Yeah, I'm gay. I need cum to start my day. 1 teaspoon of penis juice to keep the strain away. I'm fucking gay. Your home was made for me. I'll crawl inside and live a life of quiet dignity. I'm fucking gay. I'm 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 gay. And gay's my middle name. My first is also gay. Yeah, my last name is the same. I'm fucking gay. At least that's what they say when they see me dancing gaily in the big gay fag parade. Yeah, I'm gay. I eat the poo-poo last souffle and wash it down with piss like delicious lemonade. I'm fucking gay. And gay sex is my trade. Bottom to top, I'll call the lot and make it rain. Don't tell my wife. She's not about this life. She doesn't know I'm with her cause she looks like a guy. Don't tell my kids. They never would forgive. They don't know that I'm the one who killing penis kiss. Don't tell the cops. They'd confiscate my cock and lock me up in jail with all the early cons. Tell the cops I'm gayer than they thought. I've got a taste for man flesh and that will never stop. Cause I'm gay. That's right, I'm gay. Guess what, I'm gay. Yeah, I'm gay. Cause I'm gay. That's right, I'm gay. Guess what, I'm gay. I'm fucking gay. I'm fucking gay. They call me Gay Jack the Ripper. Cause I hate women and I'm gay. I'm like gay Jeffrey Dahmer. If he was normal and not straight.
I don't care what anybody says, that song's a fucking bop. And you can tell I have way too many people who watch Nicholas DiOrio in my fucking chat because y'all were literally typing out the fucking lyrics. Oh my God. The commentary community lives. Holy shit, that shit was funny. I'm sitting here bopping because I don't care what anybody says, that song's a fucking bop, right? Matter of fact, hold on. Let me put that to my playlist. Hold on, we're putting this to my playlist. Fuck it. It's going into music. No, but as I'm like bopping to it, right? I'm looking over to the chat and everybody's putting in the fucking lyrics. I'm like, oh my God. And somebody says, now it feels like a Nick DiOrio stream. What the fuck is wrong? We're retarded. We are literally retarded. What is wrong with us? Holy shit. What's up, Stefan Corbino? I saw you and you said you missed me. Hey, Stefan. It's the URR cabal. Oh my God. I remember when he first found this fucking music video and he showed it to us in the voice chat and I was like, what the fuck is this, Nick? And he was just giggling. It was funny as fuck. Oh my God. Missed you too, Neon. He got it from Chud. I believe it. I 100% blame Chud. All right. Well, Chud's retarded too. I really like Chud. I really like Chud. Chud's a good dude. Chud is fair. Chud is definitely fair. 100%. Speaking of Chud, everyone, Mike's latest. I have not seen the parody yet. I think Mike sent it to me on Discord. I haven't watched it yet, though. Hold on. I'm messaging Billy. Real quick. Apparently Billy just woke up. All right. oh, Stefan Corbino. Perfect song choice for the subject today's research stream. No, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this James Charles shit, because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't had a chance to watch any of this because all right, I'm just gonna put it this way. The burnout feeling was getting kind of real. And I'm not trying to make a parody off my song, off my name either. But the burnout was getting real. So I've been less in the Discord, and like I've been watching, I'm power watching Game of Thrones again just to get my mind off of everything else. So I haven't had time. I need to do that to get away. You know what I mean? How many times does a dude get canceled? Complexity? Let me tell you something. Complexity. Let me say something to you, Complexity. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a motherfucker named Death Noodles. And I'm not talking the current rightoid that he is today. But back in the day, when he was like a snowflake and getting mad at people over stupid shit, fucking Death Noodles made a thread on James Charles. And the sad thing is in this thread, he had fake allegations in that thread. So what did the commentary community do? Death Noodles, you're lying about James Charles. When in fact, I want to say 3, I could be wrong, so don't take my word for it like 100%, but there were actual allegations in that thread also. But because he not lied, but because he didn't notice where it said joke or meme or stuff like that, and they were false allegations in there, they completely just tossed aside the whole thread. Yeah. So, James Charles should have been canceled a long time ago. Just say. Should have been canceled a long time ago. Long time ago. It's Malcolm. Oh my God, Malcolm. I haven't seen you in forever. The 14-year-old from years ago reappeared apparently to talk about what he experienced. Is that the... Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Keep that thought.
Okay, so I just want to...
Pause. Is that this video? Wait, Malcolm? Is that this video? Right here? What? Wait! That's the 14-year-old? Oh. Wait. No, yes. Zach Seller is Evan's ex-friend. Oh. So it's not this dude. So is there a video with the 14-year-old? Or was 14 back then? Is there a video? Malcolm, you got my DM. Send me a video of what you're talking about. I'm not going to probably not play it today, unless it's not long. If it's not long, I'll play it today. But yeah, send me a video, Malcolm, so I know what you're talking about. All right, so as we can see here, Charm Skull, but she put in 1, 2, 3, 4 TikToks for us to watch what's going on with James Charles now. Oh, Nuclear says, sorry, different teenager. Bro, listen. Listen. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, bro. This is why it's called a research stream. Pez said not that video, different one. Okay. Because I know Purple Paw Prints, that other video I showed, not this one, but the other video I showed, Purple Paw Prints sent me that video as soon as it came out. And then Scully sent me that video also, along with where she put the TikToks together for me. So, holy crap, she's alive. Platinum, who you talking about? Scully? Me? Oh, yes, I'm alive. Of course I'm alive. You can see me every night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at Lookout Rewind. Just saying. But am I alive on my channel? Yes, I'm alive. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to get started, shit. Nuke, it really is ridiculous. All right, so I'm going into this blind, y'all. I have no idea. All I know is when I hear James Charles speak, all I hear in my head is liar, liar, pants on fire. Not gonna lie. So.
I do not support Evan Johnson in any way, shape, or form, and let me make that fucking clear. I don't support him, I don't support violence against women, and I sure as hell do not support the disgusting, deplorable, violent, heinous acts that he committed against Kayla Malik behind closed doors. I really fucking hope and pray that when this goes to court this week, Kayla gets justice for what that man put her through. At the same time, the videos that I'm currently seeing all over my For You page.
Okay, I have to be honest. As soon as he said fucking in the beginning, that makes me feel like he's covering up for something.
I do not support Evan Johnson in any way, shape, or form, and let me make that fucking clear.
What did you do, James? What did you do?
I don't support him, I don't support violence against women, and I sure as hell do not support the disgusting, deplorable...
Make sure to pause on the screenshot he shares, okay.
...violent, heinous acts that he committed against Kayla Malik behind closed doors. I really fucking hope and pray that when this goes to court this week, Kayla gets justice for what that man put her through. At the same time...
Okay, hold on. I feel like this is too low. Hold on. Hold on.
The videos that I'm currently seeing all over my For You page are disturbing to me.
There we go.
This is not TikTok tea and drama for everyone else's entertainment. This is real.
Wait, is that what James Charles is doing now? Is he doing like strictly TikTok? I don't even know if he's uploading on his YouTube anymore. Okay, Malcolm said he posted this an hour after she won her court case. It was pre-recorded and he could have waited. He posted this after an hour after she... What? Well, then why did he post it if the court case already happened?
People dealing with some really serious shit. The conversation has completely shifted focus away from Kayla Malik and how she was brave enough to speak out about what she went through to how James Charles involved, the downfall, By Sister 2.0, where's the apology video? It's distracting from the actual issue at hand, which is domestic violence. I have not spoken out about this for a couple of different reasons. The main one being, this is going to court this week. Anything I or anybody else says online can and probably will be used by either Evan's defense attorney or the judge to affect the outcome of its ruling. And I didn't want to put Kayla at any risk for that. I hate that I'm getting online and filming this video right now, but I truthfully have no other choice because I've also spent the last several weeks trying to get in contact.
How are you making yourself the victim? Stop it. What are you doing?
With the only person involved in this that actually matters and needs to hear the truth, and that's Kayla Malik. And she has been unwilling to have a conversation with me. And frankly, I don't fucking blame her. After I watched the laughable interview between Be Better and Zach Sellers, I wouldn't want to have a conversation with me either. If I
Wait, that's this. That's this. He's pissed off about this. Oh, go, James. And this got 715K views. Ooh, okay, James. I see you. I see you, James. I see you.
Was being fed complete bullshit lies and misinformation from the person whose only source of information is the same man that lied to and abused me for 9 months straight. At this point, I have no choice other than to get online.
Wait. So he said, wait.
Lies and misinformation from the person whose only source of information is the same man that lied to and abused me for 9 months straight.
Oh, talking about Kayla. Okay. Me as Kayla. Okay.
At this point, I have no choice other than to get online, tell my story, and then prove my story to be true in a court of law. I am suing Zach Sellers and anybody else that thinks it's funny or entertaining to get online and spread defamatory and slanderous lies, misinformation, completely bullshit made up stories for the sake of views, likes, engagement, and galaxies. I'm done. This all started at the beginning of 2025 when I reached out to Kayla about her and Evan being in a Valentine's Day video together. She told me she couldn't. She was
Do you want to be in a painted video with your man? I'm not even joking. This made me piss. I broke up with him fucking last night. I saw your story and was crashing out. LMAO. Tune in for the 30-part Who the Fuck Did I Marry series. And he goes, what? Girl, he's fucking crazy. Okay.
crashing out because they had just broken up because he was crazy. I tried to lighten the mood a little bit and make a light.
What happened? Can I have him now? LMFAO. I'm so sorry, Kayla. You deserve better. James, you're still trying to be Jeffree Star, aren't you? You are still trying to be Jeffree Star. Imagine like the worst things a human can do to you. It would take hours to text it, but you'll see the series soon because what the fuck, LMAO. But thank you so much. Congrats on all the painted love. Oh God, you're actually doing a series on it? I'm sorry.
Lighthearted joke asking, could I have him now? And then asked what actually happened between them. All she told me was that he did awful things to her and that I would find out more in her 30-part TikTok series. She said she was upset that she helped.
Okay, just wait, because I gave this man a platform based off his lies and abuse, but I'm gonna wait to heal from it and then clock it. Shit, broken heart. I'm sorry, Kayla. You're so good. Thank you, sister.
Build his platform based off of lies and abuse, and whenever she was healed, she was going to get online and expose him. I'm going to be so honest.
Wait, when was this? This was January 27th. Okay, that was January 27th.
I did not take this conversation very seriously, and obviously, now knowing what we all do, I fucking should have. Reading it back now, it is super clear that she was using humor to cope, and that is perfectly fine and valid, but at the time, I genuinely interpreted these messages as a messy breakup. Maybe he cheated, maybe they got into a drunken argument that ended badly. I could have—
Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this, but based on those messages, like, okay, just hearing this part, okay? Don't jump down my throat, because I know there's a few of y'all in this chat will probably jump down my throat. I'm going into this blind, so do not yell at me. But if I would have received the same messages, I wouldn't have thought abuse either. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have guessed abuse either, just based off those messages.
Never imagined what she was actually going through behind the scenes. A lot of Kayla's own friends and family have said they had no idea what she was going through. I wish I could go back in time and been there for her, tried to help her. I wish that I would have asked more questions, but frankly, I didn't feel comfortable doing so. First and foremost, she obviously wasn't ready to talk about it yet based on her last message. And secondly, me and Kayla Malik just weren't—
Okay, but would you pursue that person's ex even if you didn't think it was serious? Yeah, you don't fuck around with friends' exes. Malcolm, please don't tell me he hit on the dude. Please don't tell me he pursued him. Okay, first of all, that's girl code. All right? It is girl code. You don't do that. Oh my God, I can't wait, Juicy. Let's go. Oh my God, you slut. I'm surrounded by sluts.
weren't close friends. I don't say that to take
Okay, I gotta speed this up. This is killing me. I gotta speed this up. All right, here we go.
away from her feelings about this. I don't say that to undermine what she went through. We've only met a couple of times. We collabed in 2023. She guest starred on a podcast with me in 2024, and we hung out at our mutual friend's Halloween party back in October. We've never hung out one-on-one. We've never had a deep conversation. I just really didn't know her that well to be able to interpret these messages and have a better idea of what was actually happening behind closed doors. And I wish more than anything I did, because I should have never gotten involved with this, but I did not know what she was going through. I really fucking hate to admit it, but I did have a brief friendship with Evan Johnson that started and ended well before I ever learned about any of the violence that was going on behind the scenes. He reached out to me a couple of days later asking me for advice and told me the same exact story that Zach Sellers believed and then repeated on the Be Better podcast, which was that the relationship was toxic, they both said things and did things that they shouldn't have, and a bunch of other stories that genuinely made me believe Evan Johnson was the victim in the situation. He told me that he moved back to Nashville to go to church and get therapy and try to become a better man, and he seemed vulnerable. He seemed real, and he seemed scared that Kayla was going to get online and start telling lies about him, and he knew exactly what to say to relate it back to a situation that I was in that made me have sympathy for him and be on his side. I feel so fucking dumb for
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the online world is a weird fucking place, all right? And when you have two quote unquote influencers or two people who are content creators and they are dating, first of all, if you're a content creator, don't date another content creator, because you know how breakups can be messy IRL. All right, take that times it by 100 when you're both content creators. It's worse. I have seen it a lot. I have literally seen only one breakup that wasn't messy, that they were both content creators, and they both have handled it really well. Okay? But as a content creator myself, when I see two content creators breaking up, don't get in the middle of it. Don't get in the middle of it. Do not get in the middle of it, because if you get in the middle of it, guess whose screenshots are going to come out? Yours. Do not, for the love of God, get in the middle of it. You stand back and go, you know what? I'm your friend. You need anything? I'm here, but, handle it. Complex is like, but then we wouldn't be able to react to all the crazy drama. True, but still.
ever believing him, but when I was in a similar situation, all I cared about was anybody treating me like a human being and hearing me out and being there for him, so that's what I tried to provide. We became closer, we would start FaceTiming, he was very suicidal and depressed, and eventually he told me that he wanted to come out to LA to escape and get his mind off of things for a weekend, so I invited him out. All we did was sit on the couch, order food, watch movies, but over the course of the weekend, I slowly started to notice that some of his stories were not exactly lining up. There were inconsistencies, and I started to get worried that I might be on the wrong side of things, and that was confirmed as soon as Kayla noticed that he was at my house and I had to lie to her. I didn't know what to do. I realized then that I was in the middle of a very fucking messy situation.
Wait, why did you have to lie to her? Stand on business. Yeah, he over here. What? James, you dummy. Oh my God. James, you were a beauty influencer. Well, you still are, kind of. But, like, during the messiest time for beauty influencers, you didn't learn anything? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? During that time when Manny and fucking Jeffree Star and all those other people, Nikita Dragon, everybody was big and beauty influence was messy as fuck, you didn't learn anything? The fuck is wrong with you? Oh my God.
Situation that I should have never gotten involved with in the first place, but this man was staying with me and I didn't know how to get out of it. Later on that night, I told Evan straight up I was uncomfortable, I was upset that I had to lie to her, and that we could not hang out any further. He respected that, and the next morning, he flew home. As soon as Evan left LA, I immediately started making myself unavailable to him because I recognized that he was not the man he was telling me he was. But it wasn't until a month later, when Kayla uploaded her video, He Doesn't Love You, that I actually got to sit and watch how much of a monster he is.
Complexity says some people garner an audience covering drama and other garner an audience by being in drama. James is the latter. Oh, absolutely. Every single one of those beauty influencers are. Manny MUA was actually one of them, but he was a sneaky one. He was the one, he knew who to have on his side But his shit came out later. His shit came out later. And when it did, I was like, ooh! Damn! Let me find out that Jeffree Star was actually on the right side of a drama. And we didn't know it. And we got on Jeffree Star's ass. Although I still hate him. Don't get me wrong. I still can't stand Jeffree Star. But he was on the right side of that drama. But you didn't find that out till years later. Shit.
My jaw was on the floor for all 2 hours of that video. I could not believe what I was watching and seeing. The horrendous verbal abuse, the violent physical abuse. I was shocked. I was ashamed for not taking me and Kayla's conversation more seriously. I was embarrassed for ever believing that man's lies and manipulation. And I was angry with myself that I ever allowed that man into my home. It was horrifying. And I'm so proud of Kayla for being able to speak up. A couple of days later, I started getting messages on Instagram from Zach Sellers, Evan's best friend.
Wait, now is this Zach? Wait, shit. F11. Is that Zach? Is this Zach right here? Yes. Okay. So he's talking about here, he was getting messages from this dude. Okay. All right. You're cute. Keep being you. That's April of 2020. November of 2023. February 7th. Okay, February 7th. James, you were right. We are stupid as fuck. We lost at the casino.
And basically warning me that Evan had lied to both.
I need to get you to teach me how to do my makeup. Hi, you need to start blah, blah. Hey, James, between me and you, I think you should cut Evan off completely. He really did do some unacceptable fuck shit and told me last week that you were taking his side. Please keep this between us, but I cut him off today. That was April 7th.
Both of us and telling me that I should cut him off.
Urgent. Hey, man, things Evan has done is true. Okay, April 9th, 2 days later. I have been posting my side of the story. Evan texted me and said you told him to stay quiet and that Kayla is a liar. I also had his location when he came to LA to stay with you when no one knew and doesn't know. People are asking for more information. If you want to reach out and let me know, just trying to get the true story out because he's evil. I was best friends with him here in Tennessee before Kayla's YouTube video came out. Also, I'm on the phone. Wait, I'm the phone that was in the car with him when you called him on FaceTime.
Off. I didn't see these messages at first until he made a public TikTok.
Wait, hold on.
Warning me that Evan had lied to both of us and telling me that I should cut him off.
Is that something you want to keep private? I wanted to at least try to attempt to reach out to you. We've been something FaceTime in Evan's car that night when me and Evan were going to the casino. So if you're confused, Evan's ex modeling buddy, he always talked about, just to let you know. Okay.
I didn't see these messages at first until he made a public TikTok accusing me of still supporting Evan behind the scenes, and I messaged him right away because I was confused. His messages genuinely seemed TikTok accusing me of still supporting Evan behind the scenes, and I messaged him right away because I was
okay. Fuck you, James Charles.
confused.
Why? God damn it.
First until he made a public TikTok accusing me of still supporting Evan behind the scenes, and I messaged him right away because I.
Okay, listen. If you're gonna make a fucking exposed video, can you please read the goddamn DMs that you flash on the fucking screen, please? Because most people aren't going to stop and read the goddamn DMs. Yeah, you can move the captions. Yeah, see? I can move it anywhere I want. Oop. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. Fly, baby, slide, baby. See? All right. April 13th. Hello, I'm just now seeing these. I'm absolutely not on his side and would really, really appreciate it if you would leave me out of this. I only ever spoke to him because he manipulated me into thinking his situation was similar to what I went through. So it was really personal and sensitive topic that I had empathy for. As soon as I saw Kayla's video, I felt disgusted and awful. And I stopped responding to him altogether. Do I need to find Kayla's video? Hold on. I need to shut down. And apparently it was on YouTube. Kayla's YouTube video. Okay, I know what we're doing tomorrow. All right. He's obviously manipulating and lying to everyone. I should have never spoken to him, but you were in the car with him, so I don't think it's fair you making a video accusing me of being some monster when he had you convinced too. I'm sorry I didn't see your messages previously. I wish I would have sooner, but I appreciate that you reached out to warn me. I'm at Coachella right now, but if you want to talk later on today or tomorrow, I can make myself available. Nicole says, happy to get a Xylie solo stream. I'll throw you 5 here because I don't like to give. Shut up, Nicole. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. You're awesome.
I was confused. His messages genuinely seemed nice. He seemed like he was checking in, warning me to make sure that I was okay and have cut Evan off because he knew that we were both told the same exact lies and stories from Evan. The only reason he even knew I was involved at all was because he was physically with Evan as his best friend, supporting him every single day. It took me 3 days with Evan to realize that something wasn't right here. It took Zach 3.
Okay, listen, Linda. All right. Again, you're dealing with content creators. Your best bet is to go, I hope everything works out, and put this shit in writing. I hope everything works out. And always, and like, if they're telling you about an abuse, put, if this is true, or stuff like that. Like, if this is true, this is horrible. Shit like that. That way, when they show your fucking DMs, you can point at it and go, notice how I said if it's true? I said if. That's not taking a side. Lexi, this is the most high school melodrama. Yeah, that's why we're watching it. Hello.
3 months. So to act this way privately and then to get online as if I'm some monster was wild to me. What started off as a video of James Charles supporting Evan Johnson behind the scenes snowballed into more videos, more content, and then live streams. Every single night, Zach has been live asking for galaxies in exchange for showing more receipts. He's been asking his followers for their cities and locations so he can go on tour with Kayla after this is all over with. He's even been asking for donations on PayPal to fund a merch line. This has nothing to do with getting justice for Kayla and everything about making an opportunity for himself. And the perfect one came along when Be Better flew him out to Canada for their podcast interview. Aside from the timeline that I just told you guys, everything else in that hour-long episode is complete bullshit. To start rumors about somebody online is one thing. Unfortunately, I know that comes with the job, but to publicly accuse them of prostitution is ridiculous.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Unfortunately, I know that comes with the job, but to publicly accuse them of prostitution.
What? Did he publicly say that? Yeah, Jack Seller said James Charles paid for. What? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? What? What? Okay. All right. Listen, Linda. I'm going to make sure to get up early tomorrow. All right. We're doing this tomorrow. All right. We're watching that goddamn interview tomorrow. Okay. So basically, Malcolm, what you're telling me here is everybody in this story is full of shit except for the girl. Is that what you're telling me, Malcolm? Because that's what it's kind of looking like. All the men in this drama is full of shit, is what you're telling me. Okay. I don't doubt it, because there's nothing like a bunch of clout-hungry whores, I swear to God. Okay.
Is ridiculous. There is no proof, no evidence of any of the ridiculous claims that Zach is making because they did not happen, which is why I have no choice other than to take legal action. But before I do that, I want to quickly take a second and clear the air on some things that have really set me over the edge. First and foremost, Evan Johnson and I did not in any way, shape, or form have a physically sexual relationship. We did not have sex while he was here, and I did not, under any circumstances, pay Evan Johnson for sexual favors. Not in.
Oh. Oh, James used vanish mode on Instagram. I don't what is vanish mode on? I don't listen. I have an Instagram to be able to go to other people's Instagram. I don't use Instagram. I hate Instagram. It's just there so I can get on Instagram. Okay, James, you use vanish mode on Instagram. It's Snapchat for Instagram. Oh, so where if you look at the messages, then they disappear. Okay. You got your puppy bathrobe with rubber duckies on it after his oh, that's so cute, Nicole. Wait, he's saying pay. That's qualifier. Wait. Wait. Okay, hold on. Let's hear this again.
I want to quickly take a second and clear the air on some things that have really set me over the edge. First and foremost, Evan Johnson and I did not, in any way, shape, or form, have a physically sexual relationship. We did not have sex while he was here, and I did not, under any circumstances, pay Evan Johnson for sexual favors. Not in.
Okay, so James Charles just said we didn't have any kind of sexual, like any kind of physical or anything like that, and I didn't pay for anything sexual. Well, what he said before, so I think he's making the kind of like legal argument, whatever. Spacefish, hey Xylie, glad to see you out, little comments for a little bit. Here's some money for the Xylie themed wood chipper. Thank you, Spacefish. I appreciate it.
In person, and certainly not online through a secret OF account where I'm apparently funding his entire life. That is absurd. Not that it's anybody's business, but I do have an OF account.
Okay, what? When did you get sluts? They're all sluts. I am surrounded by sluts.
Account. I'm a grown adult. I barely use it, but Zach, if you would like to see, I will gladly send you a screenshot of my transaction history. I have nothing to hide, and I have not sent Evan Johnson $1 single. Zach claims to know all this information to be true because he pressured Evan into getting drunk and telling him what happened on the trip. I don't know if Evan lied to him to make the trip seem more fun and exciting, or if Zachy literally just made this up for funsies. I would like to believe that that isn't the case and that he was manipulated in this situation as well, but he claims to have seen a video on Evan's phone of him having sex with me. Zach, post it. If you have the receipt, if you have the video evidence.
Please don't. I don't want to see. I'm going to be honest with you. If he did have sex with dude, I don't need to see it. Please do not post it. I personally would appreciate it too. That would be revenge porn, so you can get in trouble with it. You know, you shouldn't even have it. I mean, look, I don't want to see such shit. Just saying.
You can upload it. You have my full consent and permission.
Okay, it technically wouldn't be revenge porn at this point because he says you have my full consent and permission. Please still do not post it because I don't want to see it. Thank you. Yeah, no, you're right, Complexity. Yeah, he just said I had to give you my full consent and permission. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Had far worse posted to me online that I didn't consent to, go right ahead. But you can't because there is no video of something that did not happen. Be Better doesn't even stand by these claims because he's now added a disclaimer to their interview that says he was.
The views and allegations expressed in this interview are solely those of the interviewee. This content is presented in the public interest for the purposes of discussion and awareness. No statements have been verified, and I do not assert any claims as fact. I am actually solely as the interviewer and publisher, not the source of these allegations. Okay.
Not able to verify a single thing that Zach said. Second, there's a rumor going around that I paid Evan Johnson's bail. This is not true. It is a public record that it was Evan's family who got him out. Kayla's own sister has confirmed this.
JC did not bail out EJ. I know who did, and I cannot say anything.
Third, there's a new narrative started by Be Better that I am trying to silence anybody that talks about this issue. First and foremost, this is literally the biggest thing on TikTok right now. I don't understand how anybody could possibly assume that I'm trying to silence people, but Be Better made a video basically saying,
oh, James Charles. As a YouTuber, I know what you do. I remember you're the reason why Social Blade does not count things in real time anymore. You are the reason for that because of the Bi Sister video. And there were literally YouTube lives that were watching Social Blade and you losing subscribers. Like there were like 3 or 4 of those live streams going on with thousands of people cheering on you losing subscribers. And then you went over to the lady who was running YouTube, bitch and complain. You are also the reason why there's a 3 video silent rule. You are also the reason why for that, because you publicly, you and your friends sat in a round table, talked about how all the drama channels want to just cancel people and they're like stalkers, et cetera, et cetera. So now when they put in that new rule, which is funny because the commentary community found out about that rule later, everybody who was in the beauty drama community, we already knew. And they said that the videos that were older were grandfathered in, but we already knew what was coming. So, like, you can't technically do more than 3 videos on someone, because I remember when a lot of the OG beauty drama channels, they were starting to delete videos, and then we found out it was going to be grandfathered in. Dramageddon. Oh yeah, buddy. You were the reason, because you went and cried to the lady who was running YouTube. So yes, do you try to silence people? 100%. Do you not apologize in videos and then delete them? 100%. Especially the one video that you made so fucking quiet, we had to put it on 600% because we couldn't hear it, and you said that you had 2 victims!
Saying that I'm working with YouTube behind the scenes to manipulate their algorithm and get their video hidden. I truthfully wish this was possible. I've been making content for 8 long years now. There are videos on YouTube with 5, 10, 20 million views that if I could have gotten them removed, I would have. But be better, I know you—
Oh, but you tried. You tried, buddy. You tried, and you couldn't do it. But there were rules put in place because of you. Just saying.
said you're having your lawyers reach out to YouTube. So YouTube, I give you my full permission to release any communications between myself or my team to you guys about this matter because, again, they don't exist. Zach has also now made a video claiming that my lawyers have reached out to him to threaten him, to silence him, and to offer him hush money. This is not true. Zach, my lawyers cannot contact you directly, so instead they emailed your modeling agency because that is the only
Hey, Stephanie, apologies for Friday evening mail. My firm represents James Charles Dickinson. Oh, I forgot that was his last name. And I would love to have a frank discussion with you at the earliest convenience regarding your client, Zach Sellers. In the alternative, please feel free to redirect me to Mr. Sellers' legal representation. Many thanks, Priya. Okay.
contact you have listed. There was no threat. There was no offer. They were simply asking for the contact of your—
Wait. Why do I know that name? Malcolm, why do I know this name? She's been somebody's lawyer before. Huge ass. Thank you, huge ass. And he did it at my birthday dinner. Yeah, Skip. Fucking James Charles did it at her birthday dinner. Why do I know that name? Why does Priya so... She was somebody's lawyer. Yes, why do I know Priya's name? She was somebody else's lawyer, bro. Let me write her name down. Because she was somebody's fucking lawyer. I remember her name specifically. Hold on. Priya Sopori. I'm telling you, I've seen her name in a drama before.
contact you have listed. There was no threat. There was no offer. They were simply asking for the contact of your lawyers. I told you I was going to sue you, and this is what the beginning of that process looks like. It really sucks that at this point I am left with no options other than to pursue a case. As for Kayla, I am so fucking sorry that I ever got involved in this. I should have never believed his lies and manipulation. I should have never even responded back to him in the first place, and I am sorry for hurting you. I genuinely do wish you the absolute best of luck, and I really hope that you get justice for what that man put you through.
Well, I'm sure by now everybody
Okay, so this is apparently Kayla, yes. Lunchbox, thank you, Lunchbox.
knows about the situation with me and James. And everybody has told
She is cute. She's really cute, and she's not like plastic. Okay, she's cute. I like her.
their side of the story, except me. And in my opinion, I was the one fucked over. So it's only fair for me to tell my side of the story, how I was fucked over. And I wanted to wait a little bit, have a little bit more time to just like relish in the fact that I won in court. But the response video was posted an hour after I announced that I won my court case, 1 hour. So I have like all of my bullet points written down next to me, and I hope I could do this all in one part, but everybody told their side, and like I said, in my opinion, I was the one fucked over here. So to start off, I would not consider me and James to be best friends at all. I don't even think I'd consider us close friends. We've collabed a few times. I went over to his house, what was that, like 9 months ago, to help him promote his company on live stream. We would text here and there about certain things, but it was definitely not like we were best friends. I like trying to put this into like it's kind of like that one person that's in your class at school that you're like mutuals with. Y'all are like acquaintances. Like we were acquaintances, but I don't think that excuses anything that happens in my opinion, but that's the best way to describe it. We definitely were not best friends. We were not that close, but we were acquaintances. We were not best friends in any way. But this all starts almost immediately when I made me and Evan's relationship public on TikTok. So I had posted a video with Evan next to me, and me and James have never DM'd on TikTok. The only previous messages we had on TikTok was us collab posting from when we would film together when I started my Glow Up series, like I was just talking about. And he like sends me my video. I don't know how you do it. Like he sent me the video, and then under it.
Okay, so it's nothing.
He said, "Girl, who is this?" And I was like, "Oh, this new guy that I met. I think I'm in love. Ha 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 ha." Then a month and a half later, he slides up on another video of me and Evan together. We have not DM'd on TikTok since this. And it's a video of us dancing together at Yosemite. And James slides up and says, "Girl, he's so hot." And I'm just like, haha, yeah, whatever, cool. So at that point, that's like the only time that we would text was about him saying how hot Evan was, which is like, whatever, I didn't care.
James Charles is such a slut. Luna, I don't know who she is still, but you know what? I'm learning.
I didn't think anything of it, whatever.
Priya is a former assistant U.S. attorney. I knew that name somewhere. Yeah, that name sounds so fucking familiar.
So fast forward to October, and me, Evan, Emma, and Brennan all get invited to a birthday party. We get there, and lo and behold, James is there. And Evan and James have not met at this point, obviously. The only thing that's been said is how hot James thinks Evan is, which is like...
Priya represented Angelina Jolie in the Brad Pitt divorce. You know what, Hugh? It might be that then. It might be that's how I know her name. Because that name looked so fucking familiar. It might be because of that. Okay, thank you, Hugh.
Fine, whatever. So I see James, I say hi to him, and I introduce them to each other. And they're just talking for a fat minute. I don't know what really they were talking about. I wasn't really in the conversation. I was talking to Lila. I was talking to my other friends. I wasn't really in the conversation. And I don't know how accurate this is. I was not listening to the conversation. But Evan did tell me after that James was just saying how Evan was the hottest guy at the bar and he was the hottest guy there. I don't know how true that is. I don't know. But that's what I was.
God damn it, James. Okay. All right, listen, okay. So one thing we have to put off to the side is it seems like all the men in this drama are pieces of shit. All right. So put the men in the pieces of shit category. Now, on top of that, knowing James Charles' history. Okay. I don't know if any of you ever saw Bye Sister. Okay. Where James Charles infamously at Toddy Westbrook's fucking birthday party hit on the waiter, who ended up put out a video defending James Charles, and while he was defending James Charles, he looked like he was in a hostage situation. I remember that video because he looked like the way he was sitting on the floor. He looked like, I shouldn't be laughing at this, I'm sorry, but the way he was sitting on the floor, he looked like he was in a hostage situation. It was so fucking sad. I can't help it, but the way he was sitting there, he literally, I thought people had guns drawn on this motherfucker the way he was sitting there. Anyway, so, during that time, Xylie Star was dating his boyfriend at the time. I can't remember his boyfriend's name, but everybody liked his boyfriend, right? And his boyfriend was a straight male. I know, sounds weird. I mean, in the sense of Jeffree Star being a man, his boyfriend is a straight male, whatever. Well, Jeffree Star was infamous for like liking straight dudes. Well, James Charles always seemed like the little brother who was trying to be Jeffree Star. Nate, that was his name. Thank you, Luna. Nate, yes, Nate. Everybody liked Nate. I liked Nate. Nate was dope. You know, Nate was cool. He was the best part of that relationship. Nate was actually really cool. And James Charles always seemed like he wanted to be like Jeffree. So when Toddy came out with with the Bi Sister video talking about James Charles hitting on the straight waiter, all right, and then the waiter coming out in a hostage like video, it was just like, oh my God. Melanie says, I just realized I found this channel around that time. I've come Xylie full circle. True.
I was told James was saying is just how hot he was. And once again, I brush it off. Haha, funny, whatever. Like, whatever. Like, I don't care, you know? So then, 2 months after that, I get another DM from James. On December 17th, I had posted a video of us at Hawaii together. And James, once again, our only DMs is him once again being like, oh my God, he's so beautiful. So literally.
Okay, listen, bitch. All right? I don't give a fuck if you're a man. I don't give a fuck if you're a woman. But if the only goddamn time you're messaging me is about my man, we gonna have problems. And I'm gonna fucking say it to you. Why is it the only time you messaging me about my man? Bitch, you better step the fuck off. And I mean that wholeheartedly. The fuck you messaging me about my man for? I don't play them games. Nah, I don't play them fucking games. What the fuck you messaging me about my man for? You better keep that trap shut. Shit.
Really, the only DMs we have in the past year is him saying how hot my boyfriend is. Cool, whatever. Just like, what the, like looking at this shit now, what the fuck? Like, it's not funny. I'm just like, what the fuck? So yeah, like at this point, the only things I've heard is how hot he thinks my boyfriend is. Cool, whatever. So now from December, it's January. And me, Brennan, Emma, and my boyfriend are in Hawaii. And this was the trip that we ended up breaking up and all of that shit happened. It's about the third night that we're there. And I don't know if I'm allowed to include this. I'm going to anyways. But we're all sitting on the balcony of our Airbnb talking. And Evan starts saying that James is DMing him on Instagram. And immediately I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you DMing James? Like, immediately I'm just like, fuck no. Like, you're not gonna do that. That's weird in my opinion.
Wait a minute, bitch. Not only the only time you are talking to me. Wait a minute. Hold on, bitch. The only time you're talking to me is about my man, and then you gonna fucking DM him? You lost your ever-loving mind. You've lost your ever-loving fucking mind. What do you mean you're Ooh. Why was she responding? You mean the boyfriend? I don't know, Mar. I have no idea, to be honest with you. He might be. I don't know. Just wait when James finds out they broke up, what he says to her then. Jesus Christ, Luna.
And at this point, our relationship was basically already over. And even Brennan was like, and Emma were like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you DMing him on Instagram? So we look over at the phone and Evan sends James a picture on Instagram. So like, you know how you snap on Snapchat, like doing that on Instagram, like sending pictures back and forth. And Evan is like, you should go to Hawaii with us. And James sends back this saying like, why should I
You slut!
come to Hawaii? And that for the first time is when I was like, what the fuck? And I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they continued to text throughout the night.
James Charles, you dirty little slut. Okay. You know what? Y'all are dumb as hell even dealing with James Charles in the first place, okay? Because James Charles messy. Y'all should have been known about James Charles. What's wrong with y'all?
I was not like caring enough to go through his phone. I was just like, why are you messaging him? And I just red flags. It was just so fucking weird. Because mind you, at this point, me and James don't text. Like, me and James aren't even texting like that. James is only texting me to say how hot he is.
Exactly, Skip. That ain't your boyfriend, girl. That's y'all's boyfriend. Mind you, both James and Kayla both agreed they were only acquaintances. I don't give a fuck. Why are you messaging me only about my man? Bitch, I don't know you. You don't get to do that. You don't get to all of a sudden message me about how hot my boyfriend is. All right, I'll give it to you the first time. I'll give it to you the first time. After that, you better correct yourself. Just saying.
And now he's sending him snaps over Instagram saying, why should I come to Hawaii? Like, that's fucking weird. I would only do that if I'm like trying to fuck or if I'm trying to flirt, you know? Like, it was just weird. So I don't know if they texted anymore throughout the night. I have no idea. I do know that all of their texts are over Instagram. So fast forward literally 2 weeks past this, me and Evan have...
Wait! January 7th, he messaged her about doing a collab with them as a couple. James, that was in December. James, you thought they were still together. Oh my God! James, you were trying to slide in while you thought they were still together. Oh my God. Oh no, because he's a piece of shit too, Skip. That's why. That's true. James don't care. He just wants that D. True. He's a slut. He's a slut.
Have broken up, and literally the day after we break up, James texts me, and he basically is asking me and Evan to be a part of this painted commercial video. And it was supposed to be like me and Evan, and it was like a couple thing, and it was for Valentine's Day. So I respond, and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, but we just broke up, ha ha ha. So I text James that we have broken up, and basically the first thing he says in response is, can I have him now?
But okay, so when James showed it, it looked like it was a joke. But girl, with that added context, and if you know the history of James Charles, girl.
Responds, can I have him now? And then was like, ha ha ha, just kidding. What happened? I then proceed to tell him that, let me actually like read the text like word for word. I'm gonna green screen this part, everything else I'm inserting in, but I want to read this like word for word. So yeah, do you want to be in a painted video with your man?
Okay, we already read this part. And you know what? I would like to say I appreciate her for actually fucking read them, unlike James Charles. Thank you very much.
Hawaii Instagram DMing situation, but whatever. Then tell him, imagine the worst things a human can do. It would take hours to text, but you'll see the series soon. He then asks again about if I'm actually doing a series, which I'll explain why that has a lot to do with more going on. But he asks again about the series, then says, I'm sorry. And I go, oh, just wait. I gave this man a platform based off his lies and abuse. I'm gonna wait to heal from it and then clock it, which I did do. And then he goes, shit, I'm sorry, Kayla. And I said, you're good, thank you. So that was the last time we texted until he flew Evan out to California. But in these, I made it pretty clear that Evan had fucked me over. I brought up abuse, the worst thing a human can do. I mean, I obviously did not go into depth with what I had went through. At this point, like James said in his video, my friends didn't even know, my family didn't even know the full story. Nobody knew the full story. And obviously, I don't expect him to sit there and ask, you know, oh, well, what happened? I don't expect him to do that. I get feeling uncomfortable in that situation. But I made it crystal fucking clear that I was fucked over in a pretty big way. And holy fucking shit, I do not want to have to make a part two. But I'm at 9 minutes and 47 seconds, so I'm going to have to. And also, shut the fuck up. I'm not on the creator program. I'm not getting paid for any of this shit. I'm just clocking the fucking tea. So, part two. So basically, obviously,
I love the tea clocking. Wait, who's coming up next? Is that her still? Okay, it's still her. All right.
I don't expect him to ask me, oh, well, what happened? And I don't expect him to want to know the full story. I get being uncomfortable doing that, but I 100% think that in these messages, I made it crystal fucking clear that what he put me through was not okay, it was not normal, and it was an abusive relationship. I just think I made that clear. And
okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think she made it clear how, not saying James is right, all right, don't get me wrong, but I don't think she made it like crystal clear like how abusive it was. Because here's the thing, and let's be honest about the situation, all right? But some people will say that they were abused when all it was an argument. All right, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to get the picture clear about the abuse, you kind of need to say, like, he physically abused me, he assaulted me, or stuff like that. Because especially in today's day and age, he mentally abused me when all it was a fucking argument. Let's be honest about it. All right, I'm not saying she's wrong. All right, I'm just saying that she may have thought she put it out crystal clear, but after reading it, I wouldn't say that part of it was crystal clear. Imagine the worst thing someone can do. But again, Malcolm, I'm going to be honest, being a content creator, I don't even take that sentence and I don't take that sentence how it would be take IRL from content creators. I need it spelled out for me because again, you have people who say that when it was just an argument. You know what I mean? So you gotta have it spelled out for you. You know? She won her case, by the way, Verse. The dude apparently did really, really, really bad things to her.
no, we were not best friends. No, I wouldn't even consider us close, but we were acquaintances, and he knew-
Yeah, the sentence is extremely hyperbolic. Thank God Skip is here because she can put it in words that I can't put in. Yeah, she won. Oh, he broke her jaw? Jesus Christ, I'm glad she won. I'm glad she won. Good girl. Good. Oh, yeah, that's right, because he's in jail now, isn't he? Isn't he in jail now? Fuck yeah. Fuck that motherfucker. Abusive piece of shit. 18 months. Fuck yeah. Good.
Knew me more than he knew Evan. He met Evan through me. I've known James. Like, at the end of the day, he knows me more than he knows Evan. So it's like, with that information, with what I told you, it should have been, okay, I understand, and move on. There should not be a second part to this. It should have ended right there, and then none of this shit would have happened. There wouldn't be a drama. There wouldn't be a fucking, this wouldn't be a fucking drama if it ended where it should have. And
James Charles was thinking with his dick once again. He has a tendency to do that. He has a history of doing that. He thinks with his dick and not his fucking brain. When he kept getting caught talking to 17-year-olds or whatever, even Keemstar told him, bro, you need to stop. And every single person you talk to, you need to investigate what their fucking age is. And he still didn't listen. Keemstar even stepped in at one point to tell James, what the fuck are you doing? You know it's bad.
And in my opinion, if you have good morals, it would have ended there. I know people in my life that I have, am acquaintances with, and they would not do that to me, and I would not do that to them. I would not do this to people that I've even collabed with once. I wouldn't do that to somebody. So in my opinion, it should have fucking ended there. And there should have been no communication between him and Evan past that point. But obviously that didn't happen. So a week after I send those text messages, me and Evan are broken up, obviously, but we were not on no communication yet. And so this was, literally, the day before I go live and say that I was in an abusive relationship. This was the day before I officially made it no contact and realized, holy shit, I wake up, basically. So me and Evan have our final call. And this is when Evan says to me, if you tell people what I did to you, that means you never loved me. That's when he said all of that on the phone. It was our last ever conversation.
He's an abusive piece of shit. They always try to say that bullshit.
But in the beginning of that phone call, while we're talking, he brings up me making a 30-part series. And I immediately am like, how the fuck do you know that? And he quote said a 30-part series. The only fucking person that I texted about making a 30-part series was James. James was the only person I told about making a quote 30-part series.
Oh my God. James. You little piece of shit.
Once again, I don't know how true this is. He was abusive. He was like literally, like we all know by now. But Evan told me that James had sent him screenshots of our messages warning Evan that I was going to make a 30-part series. Once again, don't know how true that is, but it makes fucking sense because on the phone, Evan literally said, so are you going to make that 30-part series about me? And in the text messages, once again, in the messages, I quite literally quote, tune in for the 30-part Who the Fuck Did I Marry series. Cool, like,
by the way, that series was really fucking good. FYI.
The fuck? So, allegedly, apparently, from what I was told, is that right after sending those text messages telling James that we broke up, James went and DM'd him on Instagram, sent him those text messages to warn him, and then they started to create a friendship.
James, where are the receipts? James, I want to see those DMs between you and Evan. Show them, James. I want to see those DMs with Evan. Where are they? I want to see those DMs. I want to see those fucking DMs. Oh, vanish mode. He made sure they're gone. Oh my God. See, I don't see. Look, like, do you know if they're using vanish mode? Because listen, don't try to DM me on no shit like that. Hold on. You did. You sent them to me. What? 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 Their conversation post breakup leading to Evan getting flown out. Wait. Okay, I'm not showing DMs. All right, good. All right. Wait. James Charles responds to Kayla Malik's video, finally showing some conversation between him and Evan Johnson. Yeah, this ain't it, Chief. All right. All right, hold on. Let me... I watched Kayla's videos last night. I'm grateful that she did not feed into the lies that she was told by Zach. While also expressing how I upset her. I said in my original video, I'll say it again, Kayla, I'm sorry for whatever that I was ever involved in this compulsive liar, and I'm even more sorry that my involvement hurt you. She said in her video that she wasn't sure which story from Evan was true, and there seems to be confusion about my involvement before their breakup. I want to make it clear I absolutely did not pursue Evan or have a secret plot to take him from Kayla. As you will see, Evan reached out to me multiple times. I politely responded and then ended the conversation. I offered to privately share all of these messages directly to Kayla so she could see what actually happened, but now I will share them publicly and hopefully make it clear. It was good meeting you. I'm in bed safely and about to knock. Good night. That's good to hear. All right. No idea. I told you I don't go out ever. Damn respect. I just don't enjoy it. I'm sure Kayla's invited to a ton of stuff. Yeah. January 10th. This is 3 days after her and James talked. Then there was a video call. Missed video call. You're good, no worries. You should come to Hawaii with us sometime, brother. Photo. The selfie he sent first with the girls in the background. The selfie Kayla showed of me and Evan's phone. His brother is crazy. That was on the 14th. But what else was said? Like, how do I know you stopped talking to him? You're not showing everything. Okay. All right.
And obviously, that forms to be true when about a month after all of this.
There's 2 more. Hold on. Wait, where's the other 2 more? Under the thread. Oh! My bad. That's he's saying from Tennessee. Say, bro, Hawaii is just fun as fuck. Also, Kayla and Emma was just talking about you. We escaped the fires. I missed them. Yeah, good for you guys. Gotta reunite. I'm happy that Kayla got justice for what Evan put her through, and like she says, she deserves to celebrate and genuinely wish her the best. Pray that she continues to win with her abuser stay behind bars.
I still have not spoken out publicly. The only thing I've done is go on live and say that I was in an abusive relationship. I was not ready.
Malcolm said I'm muted. Listen. You were spurging out on Twitter. I remember specifically. I'll unmute you, okay? You were spurging out on Twitter over something, and I was like, I am tired of seeing this shit on my feed, so I had to mute you. At least I didn't block you, Malcolm, okay? At least I didn't block you, bro. All right?
To talk about the details of it, still healing, okay? But I'm scrolling on Snapchat, and I see that Evan had posted a Snapchat in the exact area that James lives, in a backyard that looked identical to James's backyard. And immediately I was like, there's no fucking way. Because this was about a month after I had been told that they were DMing. Why are y'all DMing for a fucking month? The fuck? I text James, and I'll just green screen them again. And mind you, the last time that we texted was me telling him that we broke up, okay? I texted him on March 1st saying, this is so random, hope you're doing good. Are you with Evan? He says,
again, I appreciate the fact that she's reading these out.
What? Your ex Evan? Doesn't say yes, doesn't say no. I said yes, posted a picture, looked like your backyard. He goes, why would Evan be in my backyard? Later to find out that he was in his backyard and that James had flown him out to California and they spent the entire fucking weekend together. And honestly, if you knew you weren't doing anything wrong, why didn't you just straight up answer my fucking question and say, yeah, he's here, we're friends? Like, do you know? And in James's video, he was saying that, oh, well, he seemed depressed and sad and like he needed a friend. I have a lot to say about that, but first thing, if you're just being there for a friend and that you think he's a good person, why do you feel the need to have to lie to me about it?
See, that's what I'm wondering. Why did he automatically go to lie about it? Because he obviously didn't know what happened. You know what I mean? So you can't, okay, look, if he didn't know what happened, like as far as the abuse and stuff, then why would you lie? If you thought it was just a messy breakup, then why would you lie? I'm still friends with him. I'm friends with him. What business is it of yours? It doesn't look bad on you if you didn't know. Now, once you found out, it's like, oh, no, bro, I don't want nothing to do with you. Fuck you. Fuck off, bro. You abused her, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Usually, if you don't know the details, you just say, "I'm not getting in the middle." True, and Stan. That's the best course to take. You know? That's the best course to take. Don't get in the middle.
Why do you feel the need to have to lie to me about it? If you truly don't think you're doing anything wrong, why did you lie? Why did you lie about it? And then also keep it such a secret. Second off, you're being there for a quote friend that is your ex or your friends, acquaintances, ex-boyfriend that I told you was abusive. Like, what the fuck? It's just like, moral of the story is like, you obviously knew you were doing something fucking wrong if you had to lie to me about it.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. If a friend of mine is in my DMs and they use the word abusive, I am that bitch. All right, I'm gonna let you know now. I am that bitch because I want shit spelled out for me. I am that bitch. I will be the bitch that goes, "So what kind of abuse are you talking about here? Are you talking verbal abuse? Are you talking psychological abuse? Are you talking physical abuse? Are you talking sexual abuse? Like, what kind of abuse are you talking about?" I am that bitch that will ask questions. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm going to make you spell it out for me. I'll also give you the clause, if you don't want to talk about it, I get it, because I'm not like a cold-hearted bitch. But I am that bitch that will ask you specifics. What kind of abuse are you talking about? You know?
So that entire weekend that they're together, I drive past James's house to see if I could see anything. Cause I was like, I need fucking proof. Like, I know they're together, but I need proof because I'm so pissed. Obviously don't see anything. And at this point I'm just, I don't know what's going on. I have no proof, but I have a gut feeling that they are together, that they are hanging out. Fast forward another month. Me and James do not text. Nobody ever comes clean about anything. Nobody says anything, nothing. I release my "he doesn't love you" and I talk about everything that he had done to me.
Okay, we gotta watch that video.
And me and James still are not talking. He still does not text me and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, doesn't try to explain himself, nothing." And in my opinion, that's because he didn't think he'd get caught. He didn't think I'd find out. So he had no reason to tell me firsthand. And that's why this shit really pisses me off. I end up texting James, asking to FaceTime for a segment on my podcast because Jacob had this funny idea that we were going to FaceTime James and James is going to be like, "You, Jacob," and then like hang up. It was supposed to be like this funny bit. I could include screenshots. Literally the next text a month later, after me asking if he had flown my ex-boyfriend out, I literally just say, "Hey, totally normal conversation." He does not bring it up, nothing. At this point, I don't have proof to back up my theory, so cool, whatever. But yeah, he doesn't say anything, acts like everything is normal. So then it is Coachella weekend, a couple weeks later, and a video is posted exposing James to have flown my ex-boyfriend out to California. The second that this video goes public, James starts to blow up my phone, asking if I'm at Coachella, saying that we need to talk. Immediately already knew what he was talking about.
James learned nothing. He learned nothing. Holy fuck, bro. Did you learn Did you think just because you were over on TikTok that people wouldn't clock you for your shit, James? What the fuck, bro? People were on your ass when you were on YouTube. Did you think that you weren't going to get caught over on TikTok?
Are you at Coachella? Yeah, I am. Can I talk to you? I shut it down. I don't want to fucking talk to you. I don't want to fucking talk to you. He says, "I felt guilty for weeks and I didn't know how to tell you and I owe the truth. I explained it to you from my mouth, not the Zach eye, and then you can feel however you want to." To me, it's quite ironic that you suddenly feel guilty about this the second that it's made public. You know what I mean? Like, you suddenly feel guilty.
Because he feels guilty because he got caught.
Once, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I text him. I've known for a while, but I saw the proof today. I'm just shocked. There's a ton.
Okay, so Skip, I was thinking the same thing. I'm so confused. She wanted to do a bit with her on her podcast. How is that normal? I don't know why she would want to do it. Listen, I don't get it either. Because, all right, look, first of all, the only time you would message me when I was with this man was about my man. We already got problems from jump, all right? I don't want nothing to do with you, bitch. You better stay the fuck away from my dude. Then I find out you messaged him after we broke up. Then I find out you flew him out to California. I'm not going to ask you for a fucking bit or a collab. Fuck that shit. I don't want nothing to do with your skank ass. Period. Yeah, exactly. I thought we beefing. Exactly. The fuck? There would be mad ass beef. Shit. Time
to explain. Da, 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 da. I'm annoyed with myself for allowing you to find out this way instead of just telling you myself. I say, okay. He then says, he manipulated me as well, and I fell for it. To when I then replied, I got so pissed off. How did you get to the point for him to manipulate you? I told you he abused me the day we broke up. Then you texted him that day that I told you that. But I'd rather talk to you about this tomorrow. You met him because he was my boyfriend. After that, James did try to reach out multiple times. He wanted to meet up and talk, and I'll give him credit for that. I can tell he feels guilty. He was blowing me up for days and days after that. Wrote me long paragraphs, just a lot of stuff. I personally decided not to respond. I decided not to meet up with him because, quite frankly, what the fuck do you have to say? And after waiting for him to come out with his response video, I'm honestly happy I didn't meet up with him to hear what he had to say, because it clears up nothing for me. What happened, happened. You knew he was my abusive ex-boyfriend. I'm gonna have to make a part fucking 3. Jesus fucking Christ. Once again, not on the payment program. I'm not doing this for money. I literally am not making a dime from this. Once again, just clocking the fucking T. I did not expect this to be 30 fucking minutes. I'm just gonna end this here. I just think it's a load of bullshit. And watching the apology video quite literally pissed me off even more, because
James Charles is notorious for his apology videos being shit. He is notorious. Remember that one video where he swore he was by himself in the room and then you heard the box knock over and somebody was in there with him? Do you remember that apology video of James Charles? Where he's like, I'm in a room by myself. Plonk. Somebody was in the room with him. The one where he was whispering and talking like this, and you had to turn it up to like 600%.
I can genuinely appreciate to where you now feel guilty. And I don't think that you still support him. I don't think that at all. I know once I posted the proof, you probably dropped him. I'm not doubting that. It's the fact that my word was not believed. My text messages of me saying that it was abusive, that he did the worst things a human could possibly do, those were taken lightheartedly. And then you...
Oh, Meaden, I miss your trolls. I miss your trolls. How many times has James Charles gotten canceled? Oh, no, this isn't 4th or 5th. I think we're in double digits by now.
You went and DM'd him and formed a friendship with my ex-boyfriend, believed everything he was saying about being depressed and suicide, and you wanted to sit there and be there for him, and you believed everything that came out of his mouth, but not mine? That's fucking crazy to me. How are you going to sit there and take everything to heart that my ex-boyfriend is saying that you met through me, but not what I'm saying? That makes zero fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Or do I sound delusional? Am I just like salty? Ew, that was so cringy to say. Or, like, genuinely, do I just sound bitter in this situation? Do I sound bitter, or like, do I have a fucking point? I do not think that if I did not find out through TikTok and if this shit was not made public, I do not think I would have ever found out. I don't think I ever would have received a I felt guilty for weeks text. I don't think I would have gotten that.
Oh, absolutely not. James would have kept that covered up the whole time. No. You would have never found out if it hadn't have been brought out to the public. He would have never said it. James would have never said it. James never says shit until he gets caught.
Not at all. I do not think I would have gotten an apology, or he would have owned up to it and
Charles was mesmerized by the magic stick. Shut the fuck up, Complexity. Malcolm said this was the crux of the debate here. Why did James Charles believe Evan right away, but brushed off what Kayla said as lighthearted? That's where people get upset as well. What's up, Zane? Glad to see you too. Okay, but here's the thing, Malcolm. You have people like me that, I'm going to be honest with you, I have to be objective in this, all right? I can't stand James Charles, but I still have to be objective. That original message, she did not spell out the abuse. And I can't take someone's word. Okay, how do I put this, Malcolm? Because you're probably going to, don't freak out on me when I say this, all right? When Believe All Women came out, it meant to listen to all women, not necessarily believe every word that comes out of their mouth. All right? When a person, man or woman, says the word abuse, I'm sorry, I have to ask the questions, what do you mean abuse? Because especially in 2025, people will say abuse when it was a fucking argument. Okay? So just because somebody uses abuse in a sentence, I'm not going to automatically picture somebody getting their ass whipped. All right? I need to know what kind of abuse are we talking about here. Yeah, it meant trust but verify. People forget the verify part. Exactly. So I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw those messages, when I read them, when James showed them, she didn't make it sound like he whooped her ass. But also, Kayla is 20. I don't expect her to want to go in detail because she just became an adult. But also, if somebody is an acquaintance, I wouldn't take them jokingly. Yeah, but I'm not also going to take the word abuse and run with it. I've covered too many stories and seen too many times where someone said abuse and you looked at their evidence and go, bruh, that was just an argument. That was just an argument. She said you have a small dick. That's not abusive. He called you a bitch. Come on. You know? So and honestly, she's 20. Yeah, she's young. You do stupid shit in your 20s and whatever, or you think, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're 20. I don't care if you're 40. I don't care if you're 60. You use the word abuse. I want to know what kind of abuse you're talking about. People are way too heightened in 2025 that I need to know. I don't have to have explicit details, but at least tell me what kind of abuse you're talking about. And if it's verbal abuse, that's when I'm going to need details. Sorry. I'm sorry. Being a content creator has ruined that for me because I've seen so many times where people are bullshitting and they're calling it one thing when it was really another. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Malcolm. I've seen it too many times. Seen it way too many times.
Texted me about it if it had not been made public. And I think there's proof to that because he kept it a secret literally up until he went public with it. And then also, it does leave a bad taste in my mouth that, listen, I get it. If your name's being slandered and you want to clock that shit, fucking clock it. I get it. But to do it an hour after I win the court case is fucking crazy, in my opinion.
That was his guilty conscience. That's why he dropped it an hour after your court case, after you won. Now, let's just say this. Let's hypothesize for a second. Do you think if she would have lost that court case and Evan wouldn't have went to jail, do you think James Charles would have dropped that video? I don't think he would have either. And I think that's me personally, and fuck your feelings, okay? Fuck your feelings, James Charles. Don't come at me. All right. I get to have my own fucking opinion. Thank you. Opinions are not facts. Check your lipstick before you come for me. I think that's why he waited till after the court case to drop it. I don't think he would have dropped it if she would have lost and he wouldn't have went to jail. I really don't. I don't think he would have dropped it. Personally. He only dropped that video because she won.
An hour, 1 hour after I announced that I win the court case, here's a 10-minute video, and all my comments are now flooded with, did you see James's new video? You couldn't even wait till the fucking 8th? Like, that's crazy to me. And I get it. I get it. You wanted to clear the air. I get that. But to not even wait 3 hours? Not even an hour and a half? What the fuck? I mean, at that point, damn. Sorry. I'm just like, I'm crashed out. Like, it has been so hard to sit here and not say fucking shit when all of this is going on, and then seeing the apology video, I don't know. I just have a lot of thoughts, and
Medley says, I don't think it was guilt. I think he wanted the attention on him. Probably so. Using those Jeffree Star fucking tactics. Jeffree Star did the same fucking thing. Jeffree Star, every single fucking drama, he was either actually part of the drama or he inserted himself into the drama. He's literally doing Jeffree Star fucking tactics. Chris and Narc, of course you come back for James Charles. I had nothing else to talk about, bro. Shut the fuck up.
I don't think this is like a pick sides thing. I don't think there's sides in this. It's just a story. I think that he fucked up. James fucked up and he fucked me over. And it was a shitty thing to do. I do find it interesting, though, that James posted conversation receipts with everybody. Me, a clip from my sister's live stream, like everybody's receipts except for his Instagram DMs with my ex-boyfriend.
I want to see, you know what? Those DMs are enough. I want to see more. I feel like there's more.
If they're not already deleted. And I don't know. I think the timing of everything was weird. I think the receipts were odd. That's basically my side of the story. They had been DMing in Hawaii in January while we were still together. James would only DM me to say how hot he was. Apparently, from what I was told, which I don't know how trustworthy my abusive ex was, but told me that James had DM'd him the day that we broke up. So I don't know. And also, I do think it is fishy to create such a friendship with somebody off of being attracted to them. Because I don't know what the fuck they would have in common besides the fact that James thought he was hot.
He's a slut!
And then to fly him out, I don't know.
Wait, want to see a crazy video, Xylie, about a leftist that made a video on the word cuck being racist? What? How is the word cuck? What? Oh, God, Chris, send it to me. I'll look at it later. Wait, why is Complexity going, ha, yes? I'm not watching it now. Who made the video? Oh, it's a trap? Okay, fuck you, Chris.
I don't know if I could think a guy was really hot, fly him out, and just like want a friendship. I don't fucking know. There's just so much going through my head. But yeah, no, more of the story, I appreciate acknowledging how you feel guilty. I appreciate acknowledging what you did. I just don't think that would have happened at all if you hadn't been caught for it.
Okay, I'm not watching the video because I see y'all's reaction. That's why my chat is better than yours, Chris, because my chat, they are real. Complexity's like chat, not a real one. Advocate, thank you for joining Just Saying Squad.
But yeah, that's my side, and I don't fucking know what else to say. Holy fucking shit, this has been like the hardest thing to keep my mouth shut on. But yeah, this was a lot longer than I thought it would need to be. I thought it was only gonna be a 10-minute video, but holy fucking shit, a bitch is pissed. A bitch has been pissed. And I've just wanted to sit here and relish in the court shit, but for some fucking...
Wait, another video, it's 3 minutes. Have you heard of Brian Mullen's video about... Oh my God, no! I don't want to... No, no. Chris, I don't want to watch that. Chris, I'm not trying to do heavy, heavy, heavy subjects, okay? Stop trying to fuck up my vibe over here, Chris, okay? Stop trying to fuck up my vibe, bro.
How, for some fucking how, James made this like a drama. Or James didn't. I don't know who the fuck did it, but
Skip said, I just looked at some of her pictures and she's got a cute style. She's a cute girl. I know, Complexity. I do miss a lot of stuff. I'm having fun over there, though, but I do miss a lot of stuff.
this whole thing became like a fucking drama. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, I'm still trying to process winning court, let alone all of this bullshit. But
good for
yeah.
you, though. Good for you, girl. I'm glad you won. Good for you. I am so fucking glad you won, and I'm glad that motherfucker is locked up. Although I think 18 months is not long enough, but at least he got some fucking time. God damn.
I don't fucking know, y'all. This shit is just as confusing to me as it is to y'all. I don't know what the fuck happened while they were in LA. I'll never fucking know the truth, but I don't know. I'm just gonna stop talking. I feel like I could honestly talk about this for hours. I could literally go on about this for hours, but yeah. Love y'all. Happy Wednesday. I feel like old me wouldn't have even fucking like said shit, but I'm so past the point of like letting shit fucking slide. I was fucked over, so I don't know. I don't feel bad telling my side when everybody else got to tell theirs, and I'm not trying to make this a fucking drama, but it became one when you flew my ex-boyfriend out. Oh, I talk too much. I fucking talk too much. This is 30 fucking minutes. Jesus Christ.
What do you mean?
Why should I cut James? James.
I did.
Wow. Ugh. James Charles is a slut. James is a slut. I'm good. I see who. No, Chris. I see the videos. Nope. And I see a furry on that one video. Nope. No, Chris. I'm good. Does James Charles have friends? He's got people. James Charles surrounds himself with people he can grab whatever clout they have. He's always been that way. He did it with Jeffree Star. He did it with Shane Dawson. Fun fact, Shane Dawson, I believe, clocked James Charles for his shit before even Jeffree did. I believe. James Charles surrounds himself with people he can get clout off of. It's a clout game. That's how he stays relevant. It's a clout game for him. It always has been. Yeah, I don't think he has real friends. And it's sad. It's sad to see somebody not have real friends. But then again, you need to be a real person to have real friends, and James Charles ain't it. Honestly. He ain't it. He ain't him. You know? Hey, Sherry. You know? All right, so tomorrow, I think we're going to watch the interview tomorrow. I'm really interested in this fucking interview. Now that I know what it's about. And I'm still keeping in mind that the guy's a piece of shit. Thank you, Kaidik. Chris doing the fish, doing fish stuff, always derailing. That's Chris. He can't help it. And Zach Sellers is outed as a PDF as well. Jesus Christ. Well, I hope he has proof. Does he show proof or is it word of mouth? Because I'm going to be honest with you. With something like that, I need proof. I'm going to be very honest. So, how old is Zach? How old is Zach Sellers? I'm going to look that up. $27? Zach Sellers. Oh, no, wait, that's a basketball player. Oh, wait. Wait, this doesn't tell me how old he is. 26. 26. Evan is 20. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so Evan is 20 years old. So the one that went to jail, went to prison is 20 years old. Okay, that's what I need to know. That's what I need to know. When they give the story. Because I swear to God, it better not be a 17, 19, 16, 18 thing. Because if it is, I'm going to fucking scream. I'm going to scream as in shut the fuck up calling him that. I will. I'll call it out. I don't give a fuck. Who needs enemies when you got James Charles? Very true. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got to start work. Those low-cal mines are calling me. I got to start work. So, okay, cool. Thank you, Malcolm. I appreciate it. All right, so we're going live tomorrow. Kangaloope, you have fun over at Ethan. I am going to get out of here. And you know what? I'm going to play the song. Y'all have a great night. Peace out.
I'm gay. I suck penis every day. Fuck me in the ass until you make me spray. I'm fucking gay. I hug men romantically. Drop your balls into my mouth. I really love the taste. Yeah, I'm gay. I need cum to start my day. 1 teaspoon of penis juice to keep the straight away. I'm fucking gay. Your home was made for me. I'll crawl inside and live a life of quiet dignity. I'm fucking gay. I'm 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 gay. And gay's my middle name. My first is also gay. Yeah, my last name is the same. I'm fucking gay. At least that's what they say when they see me dancing gaily in the big gay fag parade. Yeah, I'm gay. I eat the poo-poo last souffle and wash it down with piss like delicious lemonade. I'm fucking gay. And gay sex is my trade. Bottom to top, I'll call the lot and make it rain. Don't tell my wife. She's not about this life. She doesn't know I'm with her, cause she looks like a guy. Don't tell my kids. They never would forgive. They don't know They call me Gay Jack the Ripper, 'cause I hate women and I'm gay. I'm like gay Jeffrey Dahmer, if he was normal and not straight.